A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And here we go from Miami. Evans now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
It's safe. Go ahead. Out.
Tua taken right to the air. Going deep right away. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Hey, go. 30 left. 11. Here we go.
They go right back to Etienne. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Okay, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars start off well to tie things 7-7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Running this one left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
This is complete to Schultz.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Ready.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Eric Armstead there on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Number 2. 21G, 21G. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Tua now from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Hey, easy. Route.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, kill.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Jaguars in the punt formation. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Here's Tua. Into the hands of Schultz. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right. Out.
1st down, here's Tua. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And the Jaguars come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to... Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football.
Hey, Ron.
They're set up with it after the pick to end the first.
Take right open.
That's complete. Here's Kirk. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Taking a deep shot here. He's got it deep downfield. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Hand off to the back. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's go. Out.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Schultz with the catch. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Ready, shot. Out.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Tua again. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Hey, 21 T8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, get safe. Hey. Out.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Called in left side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll run here on first down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on a football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and that's a Jaguar first down.
Hey, Lion!
Tight end in motion left. First down throw, Lawrence. Pass complete, that's Devin Duvernay. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Jaguars, who have first and 10.
Red on red. 13, Luke.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
This is hauled in by Ingram. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll get this to ETN. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy. Route.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Go, let's go.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Tagovailoa on first down. He puts some juice on it deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here he is on 3rd and long. Throwing deep towards the end zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Foye Oluwakin with the pick. And the Jaguars make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Back to throw it. This is complete to Duvernay.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
11.
Throwing it just before halftime. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And the Dolphins do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Hey, Ryan. 11.
ETN again. We'll cobble together a yard there. That was Micah Parsons making that play. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Red on red. Here we go.
Now Lawrence dumps it off to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Right, let's go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence completes. It's Ingram. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. Lawrence working from the gun. ETN on the catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
44, ready.
They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Oh no, they get him yet again. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And the Jaguars get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown, his 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Escapes out to the left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Fits it through the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready. Set.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Into the hands of Schultz. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 30.
They're right here. Set.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for second and long.
Ready, set.
Here's second and 11. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Ready. One. Out.
2 and out from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they had one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this 4th down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points and add it to the stat sheet with the INT.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
He put everything he had into this one. He's got it deep downfield. At the 20. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready, set. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Trying to... Lamb. And it's going to be second down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Second and 10 now. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins get it back to a 14-point game. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And this is covered by the Jaguars. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Here's ETN on first down. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Hey, Lion! Here we go.
Now give this up the middle to ETN. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Good.
Tua setting up to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A lot hinging on this onside effort now. They need to get it back, score, and kick the point after to tie this up. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Well, the good news is, still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately, you've set this offense up for success.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Okay, ready?
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
They did it! He made the interception! 40. Hits the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hey, easy. Route, route. Route, route.
Lawrence looking to throw. That's taken in by ETN. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
23.
He'll throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Jaguars don't want to see this one go to overtime. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, get set. Number one.
The give now out of the shotgun. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Solo left Zion.
They'll motion Lamb right.
What?
Here he is to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. Into the red zone. They'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Decent 24.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey. Easy. Here we go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs vertical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw it. And they won't won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.